Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, today uh, I wanted to go over a topic that so many people dream about, right? And that's sudden success. And maybe you've just, landed a big contract or you hit a big milestone in your business, and you finally see your hard work paying off. From your YouTube channel, for example, you're getting likes and comments, and your subscribers are going up. You're getting sponsorship deals, right? So, um, it feels incredible, and but as thrilling as it is to experience this kind of success, sudden success, it can come with its own set of challenges. Okay, so if you're not careful, it's easy to stumble into a uncharted territory where you're like, oh, wait a minute, I've just lost everything that I've gained. So it can be very challenging. So you got to be really careful. All right. So I'll be sharing some key strategies and to keep the momentum going and to avoid different types of common traps that can derail your success before you know it. Okay. So stick around. You wouldn't want to miss this. So let's start with the thrill of sudden success. All right. So when things start going your way, man, it feels like you're on top of the world. And especially for an entrepreneur, for example, we we go through hell and high water before we sometimes see success. It could be 10 years before you make that first $1 million, for example, right? And you might feel like you're unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I just, it's very, the dopamine hits that you get from sudden success is very intoxicating, very drug like indeed. But like it's like, you got that magic touch, but that feeling can also be very deceiving, right? Because success can give us overconfidence, too much confidence in a sense, and sometimes that strokes the ego in the most negative way. All right. And sometimes we start taking risks that we wouldn't otherwise usually take. Right. So you got to really be careful in this moment, that thrill of sudden success. You got to really be careful and mind your P's and Q's. Overnight success can push people to make impulsive purchases, for example, go on shopping sprees or, take risky financial bets, even because, you think that, the good comes with the good times will keep rolling in a sense, when you experience a sudden success. So you got to be careful with that. But this overconfidence, you know, let's be real, it's a common trap as well. So you got to stay grounded, which obviously this is what I employ for my fellow YouTuber, doughdash, for example, because she's experiencing a surge of sudden success, and that dopamine rush is really high right now, and she deserves it. But I really want you, if you're listening to doughdash, I really want you to be careful in this moment because you got to stay grounded. Okay, share your success. It only draws in more success, I would say. So, but be careful and stay grounded in this moment. This is just the beginning for you. Okay. And again, that success is just one step in a long journey, that can save you from, call it, especially if you're in a situation where you're the first of the first in your family, for example, to experience this sudden success. It can really, like, staying grounded can really save you a lot of pain generationally. And I always talk about generational wealth, for example. But you got to really be careful in this moment. So let's talk about some of the biggest financial pitfalls that comes with sudden success. Okay, the first one is a term that we probably all heard of before, and that's lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation. When you start earning more, it's tempting to spend more to match your new lifestyle, right? Keep up with the Joneses, if you will, or keep up with the doughdashes, if you will. Shout out doughdash. But you might upgrade your car, for example, or buy a bigger house, for example. You start going out more. But these habits can quickly eat away at your income, and leave you with less, financial stability than you had before. So you got to really be careful of lifestyle inflation. Next, let's talk about the importance of having a financial plan. If you don't have a roadmap for managing your new income, it's easy to, watch it slip through your fingers, for example. You start with the basics though at first. Build you an emergency fund, right? Make sure your taxes are in order. And consider talking to a financial advisor, if you haven't already. Definitely, I would recommend doing that. Okay. A solid financial plan can be your safety net, helping you maintain and grow what you've earned instead of just spending it all away. I know it's when you find sudden success, especially financial success, it's we talked about the buying the cars and the house and all that good stuff, but it's also common to really get into the mindset of, oh, listen, I got to take all of this money and pay down all my debt. I recommend you, calling your creditors and, negotiating, money off of what you owe. I mean, you'll be surprised how many are open to actually, a lowered amount at all at once versus over time. I mean, just try it out. Call those creditors, ask for a reduction in whatever you owe, and figure out a plan from there. Okay, make that part of your financial plan. And don't forget about the dangers of FOMO. Fear of missing out, right? Missing out on big investment opportunities. We all know the famous and unfortunate story of Robin Hood, many years ago, and I won't go into that, but you guys look that up and what happened to a gentleman when Robin Hood first hit. Um, okay, but yeah, it can be tempting. It can be very tempting to jump into hot stocks, for example. Um, Trendy investments. It can be very tempting. That FOMO, right? But taking your time to research is extremely important. Okay, extremely important. So remember that, guys. Okay. All right. So now you're managing your finances carefully, and the next step is a long term vision. Because success isn't just about what you have right now. It's about building that future, right? So I want you guys to think about what you want to achieve long term. Okay, maybe you want to buy a home. Maybe you want to invest in a business, or even save for early retirement. Excuse me, or even save for early retirement, right? Um, Setting those goals will keep you focused and remind you of why you're making careful decisions, okay, for the long term, right? Um, another another key is to build a strong support network. Now, you guys know, I talk about your network is your net worth, right? This is very important, right? So you want to surround yourself with people who give you honest feedback, and keep you grounded. Back to that operative word I said earlier. You got to stay grounded, right? Whether it's a mentor, for example, family member, or trusted friend, having people you can learn and lean on will keep you from making impulsive decisions, I'll say. Okay. And lastly, let's talk about, staying humble and grounded, right? Practicing gratitude is a simple but powerful way to remind yourself of the journey that got you here. Okay, um, take a few moments every single day. I would say it could be in the morning when you first wake up, but I recommend take a few moments of each day to reflect on what you're grateful for. Um, and that will keep you in a humble energy, if you will, and make you appreciate the success without letting it define you, right? Um, it's very easy to fall into that trap of, ego stroking and building, and before you know it, you know, you and the Joneses are competing for the last table at the five-star restaurant, right? You and the Joneses are competing with who has the best Rolls Royce, right? You and the Joneses are competing for who gets the best seats on the flight to Maldives, for example, right? So you got to be really careful. Gratitude will get you so far, and it's especially needed, like I said, during this time of sudden success, especially, and remember, don't let success become your entire identity, right? Keep investing time in hobbies and relationships and activities outside of your career and or your YouTube channel and things you're doing there. This way, if things change, you still have a strong foundation, which is key, right? So again, I want to shout out my girl doughdash. You're amazing. I'm so happy for you and your family, and all you're doing. I'm watching. A lot of people watching. I'm here to help if you need me. Just reach out. But you're gonna be fine. Okay, you're gonna be fine. Just remember all the things that I talked about today. All right. Sudden success. It's a beautiful thing, but don't crash out. All right, guys. See you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. And yeah, let's keep growing together. All right. Thank you.